Good afternoon, everyone. Today we have here the Evil Energy 300 milliliter oil catch can that I'm going to be installing on the Impala. Inside of the oil, or inside of the box, I should say, you're not getting all these items, of course. You're just getting these here. I guess these are extra items that you could order from the company. And then on the back here it has generalized instructions. So inside the box, you have the oil catch can, and of course this spins off. I'll spin it off later. You have this bracket. I was testing it out earlier. You could put it on this top one or the bottom one, but then I didn't see any hole for here, so I guess I would have to tap that to make a hole so I can mount it so it can sit flush, but that's another story. You have the fittings that the hose would go onto, as well as the I forget what these call, hand clamps in there. I forget what those are called. And then you have the breather for the top of it if you need this, so it's in there. Alright, so this one, the shorter one, is the original hose that came in there, but I need that hose. I don't even know if you can see. It has to go from, let's say, back here, that one back there. I don't know if you can see where the end of that is, right down in there, and then come all the way to up here, because that's where I'm going to mount it. So this one seems longer, and I'm going to run it underneath the air intake to the back side of it over here. So dark in there. When I'm doing that portion, I'm gonna shine a light in there so everyone can see, and I'm gonna take this cover off because it'll be easier to see once I do that. All right, so here we have some of the parts. Let me go turn on the light. Okay, I turned on the light because I'm in my living room, but it's kind of dark because the clouds are out today. So we have these fitments to go on there. This is the bracket I was talking about earlier. This is a little mesh piece that's going to go inside of this oil catch can. I'll do that right there for now. Take it apart. Little Evil Energy sticker. I've seen a lot of people put anti-seize on this, just so that when they're loosening it, they can take it off. This looks like it has a I guess you call it O-ring seal already on there. Screw that. Then we're going to push this. Where does this piece go again? Does it go in here? Oh, back to reading the manual. Okay, so a little bit more fiddling, and this part comes off. So it might go in here, but we'll see. We'll read the manual. Alright, so back to it. There's that piece that goes in here. It's all one piece, but you have to take this apart. And that piece will be sitting inside here like that. So this piece here, you're going to shove that aluminum stuff down into it. It's a lot of it. I don't know if all that will fit, but we'll take off some if we need to, because it's supposed to lock, so I'm gonna have to take off some. So I ended up just cutting mine with the scissors and then do the rest in there, just so we can make it fit. think that should be enough. Where's the other piece? It's a bit snug. I have to take off a little bit more. Nope, I'm gonna crush it down in there. All right, you can fast forward ahead of this part. All right, so now I got that on there. It's tightened up. Hope it's not too much to where it's blocking it, but we'll find out later. Okay, I don't have anti-seize, so I'm gonna have to get that from somewhere else later. And I'm gonna screw this back in for now. Okay, now that's locked in there. That's locked back. That has its O-ring already on there. And then time to put on these 3/8. Alright, so this one to the left is the one that came in the box. It's a lot thicker, a lot more harder to bend. This one is the one I bought from Advanced Auto Parts. It was 3 feet worth of it for $7.99. I don't know if that's good or not, but this one's a lot more bendable. But we're gonna see which hose fitment aligns with that, and then do a test run. All right, so you don't really need the Teflon tape because inside of the package you have these small O-rings, so you can put that around. Now, one thing I did notice, they had 2 different sizes. This is the one I'm gonna need because this one's way too large, and you can see I did the little test. That one fits better than, you know, this one. I'm pretty sure I could force this one to go in, but that'd be kind of a stretch. So O-rings, kind of annoying to put on. Gotta use both fingers and roll it on down. Boom. Locked in, and then you could do that for the next one. And then you have your inside, you have your outside. Turn it. Tighten it in. I'm not gonna lock mine yet because I'm not done doing what I need to do with it, but you get the picture. For those of you that needed to use this would basically go on top of here like that while you take this out. Damn, I tightened it too much. You take that portion out, and then you'd attach this to the top. And I think this is a piece right here with, of course, the O-ring on top of it. And scoot that right over it like that. Push it down. I don't know if you need a clamp over it, but clamp won't hurt. So I'm gonna keep this closed off because I don't think I need it for my system. Plus, I don't think it'll allow me to close the hood. Make sure your O-ring is on this still when you're putting it back. All right, so far I put in the little mesh piece, and it's pretty much ready to go. It just needs to be mounted. I have to put the dirty side coming in into here. Gets filtered, whatever drops down. and the clean or theoretically cleaner side comes out and back to the intake.
Okay.
Long, monotonous process. The oil that I put is so that the bit doesn't overheat. A little bit more oil into there. And me, I'm just using regular olive oil. Slowly. Don't want the bit to break. And I'll show you the end result if this bit doesn't break. Okay. Let me stand out of the sunlight. So, after about, I'm gonna say 20 minutes drilling, wiping away, putting oil, got through. There was this, it's like 2 pieces, so one fused to the other, or welded I should say, and I got through using different drill bits. I don't know if you can see the size. I don't even think this is accurate, but I was going back and forth between this one over here and 11/64. This metal on the bracket is a little bit softer, but I kind of still need 2 hands. I'm gonna hold on to it as best as I can to record, all while keeping the same angle. Pour oil on this too, just so the friction doesn't cause it to heat up too much. But I'm taking my time like I did with the other one, sort of, till I get all the way through. Another thing, if you're new to this, well, always use gloves. Don't follow me. I didn't put on any gloves, and I didn't put on any eye protective wear. But those are 2 things you should do before drilling into anything, because remember, the metal flakes, you don't want them to cut your hands, get into your bloodstream, or it pop into your eye. Okay, so this is as far as I've gotten. Maybe I should have bought the open one that screws all the way down, but it is what it is. I'll probably trim it down or something. I don't know. It's a little bit slack, but it got the job done, or it's gonna get the job done. And then I just got to route the lines after that. So we'll see. Okay, so we're gonna take the cover off. Why is this shit so? Alright, so it happened off camera. I had to remove this. I don't know why it was so tight, but I had to remove it so I could take off the cover and I put it over here, push it over here on the side, because we're gonna be trying to get back here to this little piece, and then one further down in there. Let me see if I can put the flashlight on there. It's daytime, but it's under the hood, so. Okay, so that guy there, and then the one. Can I hold it? Let's see if I can hold it with the phone and point at it with, okay, this piece right here. It's kind of hard to see and hard to get at, but if you're facing the car under the hood, The driver's side is right here. So directly back here. Okay, there's a, on that bottom one in there, oh, my phone adjusts. There's a little tab on the side. Let me see if I can get closer. There's a little piece on the side that you have to get a little flathead screwdriver and kind of pull outwards, and then you can pull it up so it can release. It's like a little latch. Okay, this is annoying as heck. After you get this piece, well, let me first talk about this piece. This, let's see if I can get it in focus. It's going to be sitting down in there just like this. So you're not going to have any light. You're barely going to have any room. If your hands are big, you're going to get scratched up or whatever. So if you look on the side here, as soon as it focuses, if you look on the side here, this tab, you don't even have to use the pliers or anything. Just use your finger. This tab here gets pushed back, and then you just pull it up. And then the PVC, I forgot what the thing's called. It'll still be in there. And then this other piece here, you're gonna have to turn it 90 degrees and pull it out. For me, I ended up turning it 270 just to pull it out. I don't know why it didn't work 90 degrees, but that's that. Okay, so we're gonna splice this off and connect our ends to both pieces here, and I'll show you that afterwards. So this one will be going to the intake. This one will be coming out the exhaust gas or whatever the heck it is coming out. So I'll show you it later. So as you start peeling this little piece off, it'll be a little accordion piece underneath. I had kind of pre-cut mines so I can make it easier to peel off. And then this is what's underneath. So we're gonna cut one section here, and then probably somewhere right here. It looks like it's get it onto this side, but I'll leave this side to make it easier to plug into the hole. You'll see in a second. So already you can see that there's a bunch of oil sitting inside of there on both ends. So I'm going to take this end here, little edge of it, and I'm going to push it into that hole there. So my end result is this here, and then I'm going to clamp it. Alright, so I'll slide the clamp onto the other end all the way down to the base, so that it'll be locked onto here. And I'm just going to tighten it. I'm going to hold it in place as you do it. As soon as you move around. This one's kind of loose. Okay, had to get a different type of screwdriver because the other one wasn't properly adequate for the job. So twist that, make sure it doesn't slide around. Make sure none of your fingers in the way so it doesn't get pinched in there. Tighten them. Okay. Looks tight enough, yeah. Okay. And then for the next side. Okay, the other side wasn't as easy. Took a little bit of muscle, but we got it on. And I'm going to slide the clamp on the other side and slide it down. Make sure your clamp is covering. You can see here, it starts to bulge right there. So make sure your clamp is in between there and there, so you can have a secure, tight clamp. Okay, so that's the other side. So now that we have our pieces, we can go back and install them. I'm going to do the PVC valve later because I gotta either pull it out or buy a clamp. Not buy a clamp, I'm sorry. So now that we have this one set up, we can install the other one. Don't mess with the O-ring. The valve, or the little thing that's still sitting in there, we either have to buy a new one or pull that one out, drill the holes here and install it. But that'll probably be for another video. Alright, so you're gonna have to figure out how you're gonna run it. I'm gonna run it underneath, and this one will be coming out of the motor, and then this one's gonna go back into the intake, and they're gonna hook up to right here. Oh crap, I thought these were the ones, but I already put them on there. Okay. This one over here for now. Some space here. Okay, so I got them in position. Okay, hopefully you can see that. Nope, missed it. Okay, all the way, and then you see a problem. This piece right here is going to be a problem. I have to turn that clamp around to the other side. Alright, so I was able to move it around. I loosened it up. Now I can clamp it. Make sure that when you're putting back the part to the intake, you push it all the way and then turn it. And that way it's locked in. And make sure you have enough slack in there because you don't want it to kink. You don't want it to kink. So I'm just going to put this here. This one temporarily, so I don't get my lines crossed. What I did was put that there temporarily so I don't get my line crossed. Good morning. You see, already right there, it doesn't take much to kink it. And then for the next one, that one should be simpler. So what we're doing is locking it in place. Let me see here. squeeze. Okay. Piece on here. Okay, boom, it snapped in place. Okay. Alright, so you could barely see back in there. Hey, how's it going? Alright, so man, this flashlight's not bright at all. But down in, why is it flashing? Okay, so that one I ran underneath. I don't know if you could see it. I followed out and it comes to right here. I'm gonna cut it right here so it's not too long. The other one, since I had to turn it, I don't want it to kink, so I looped it around so it'll have space. And then I ran it over to this side here, and I'm gonna cut it as well. Okay, cut this one this size. Now I gotta cut this one this size. So I still want this one to have a little bit of slack. Let's see, it's going around there, going around the back side. So I don't want it. I want to keep it as far away from. I wanted to run somewhere like that. So cut it about right here. So I still don't want it close to the engine. That's where all the heat is. Make a little mark. And let me cut this. Okay, so this second wire, the outside exterior, I don't know why, for whatever reason, was tough to cut through. But once you got to the center, easy, like butter. Really weird. All right, time to connect these. Oops, the stand almost fell over. I'm gonna have to go buy clamps for this, and I gotta go buy something so that either a spacer or something so that this doesn't have so much space in between. Or I could cut it, but I want something to lock it in place. I don't like that. I don't want this twisting too much. Alright, so that's it as of now. Later on I gotta get the clamps to clamp that down. And then something shorter or something tighter to bring this up, because it shouldn't sit like that. So maybe I'll cut it right here or have a different type of washer that'll screw on down to it flat. And then over on the back side, I have those running up under here. Over on the back side, kind of have it looping. It's really weird. But like, subscribe, comment, share, let me know. Thank you. Have a good day.